Hey YouTube, today I wanted to discuss a concept that I've been working on that I call the layers of EDC. And so the idea behind this layers of EDC is that everybody carries EDC. It depends on what you carry and how you carry it and what the context is behind what you're carrying and why. And to go a step further than that, it kind of builds upon the how and of what you carry, like how you carry what you carry. And so whether or not you think it, I saw this on, I believe it was Taylor Martin's Best Damn EDC channel. Everybody has an EDC, whether that is your phone, wallet, keys, whatnot. Everybody carries an EDC. But if you're anything like me, you tend to like to carry a whole lot of things. And so the idea behind the layers of EDC is how can I get away with carrying as much as I can while at the same time maintaining a semblance of like normalcy. And so for me, I like to go light. And so that means I don't like to carry a bag on me. Some people might carry a purse or a satchel or a sling or a backpack. But I tend to not want to carry a whole bunch of things on me. At most, I'll carry a sling or like a backpack, but that's very context-based. That's like if I'm going to work or if I'm going on a trip or something like that. But typically on my day-to-day, I'm just going to be going with what I'm wearing. And so that goes on to my first layer and most important base layer of EDC, which is your clothing, what you're wearing. And so for me, the very most important part of my EDC is not any of my gear, it is my pants that I'm wearing. And the reason that is because my pants enable me to carry way more things than I would be able to typically otherwise. And that's not just any pants. I've gone through a lot of pants in my journey, my EDC journey, trying to figure out what works for me and what works best. What works best for me is a whole lot of pockets. And so what I've ended up landing upon is 2 different kinds of pants, but 3 pants in rotation. And so that is the pants that I'm wearing today, right now. It's not a sponsor or nothing. You could sponsor me if you want to, though. Shout out Carhartt. But these are the Carhartt double utility front work pants. It's something like that. And the idea behind these ones is that they've got these big old pocket leg sleeves, and what this does is it enables you to put an insert into there, and I put a knee pad in there because it's super useful in that you can just slide it up in there and forget about it. You can wash it, you can wear it all day, it's very light, and it leaves close to no print, and you're not really going to notice it if you don't really look for it. And what this does is it kind of installs some passive knee protection. So anytime you need to take a knee, you need to get low to do something, it's right there for you. Super convenient, going to save you a whole bunch of knees, and I'm a big advocate of it. What this pants does wrong, though, I would say, is that the way it comes is it has this big old pocket from here all the way up to here, where you see right here. And I don't know about you, but my knees are not where my thighs are. And so this whole thing is entirely unnecessary. So what I ended up doing was I had these custom tailored, and if you know anything about sewing, you can do this yourself at home. I had, it was a family member that helped me do this. But this right here, it came stitched shut. So it kind of made sense that what I did was I went along these stitches, I cut them open right here, and I had a stitch thrown in right here. This is actually the second iteration. You might be able to see another stitch line right there because I wanted a deep pocket, but that ended up banging into my knees, and you don't want that. It defeats the whole purpose of the whole knee saving thing. So I had the pockets raised to just about where I needed them, and what that does is it still allows me to keep my extra things in my pockets. And so I would suggest to Carhartt, I don't think any Carhartt people are going to be watching this, but if they do, like this is really how the pants should come, honestly, because it's like a $50 pair of pants. It's not the most expensive thing, but it's not the cheapest thing. It's very affordable, but you know, I did have to put some work into it to make them way more efficient. And it I didn't have to like add any pockets or anything. It was like a very light modification. It was removing stitching here, adding stitching here. So if anybody has this pair of pants, that I would highly, highly recommend doing such a thing. It just increases your pants capability by a lot. If you've been around this long, this is a pants video, by the way, but up your pants is very important for your EDC, I would imagine. So typically what you're going to be wearing on a normal pair of jeans is your standard few pockets. You're going to have your front 2 pockets, you're going to have your coin pocket, and you're going to have your back 2 pockets. And I don't know about you, but I tend to go with my back pockets empty because I don't want to be sitting on nothing. You know, it's the common medical thing. You don't want to sit on anything in your pocket like a wallet, anything that's going to raise up one side or another of your spine, because it's going to lead to spinal misarrangements and all that. You want to avoid all that. So at most, I would keep something light in here, like maybe napkins or a bandana or a hank or something soft you could sit on, and something, you know, relatively flat. Otherwise, you've got your front two pockets and your coin pocket. That coin pocket, previously, before my EDC, you know, foray, I didn't really carry nothing in that coin pocket. I didn't even carry coins in that coin pocket. But today, I actually value the coin pocket quite a lot. I would, again, pants people, if you're out there, I'd recommend two coin pockets. Why not, right? Why is it only in the right side? I'd have 2 coin pockets. You know, me personally, at least. I tend to like pockets, in case you haven't noticed. But if I've got nothing in the back and I've got just the 2 front pockets, that leaves me with almost no pockets. I am a type of person, I carry 2 phones with me actually. So I typically carry my iPhone in my right pocket and my Samsung in my left pocket, but that would leave me with no other pockets to put things in. Where am I going to put my keys? Where am I going to put my wallet? And so my solution to that was having more pockets. And so now with these pair of pants, besides the 2 that I added in, or including the 2 that I've added in, it typically comes without these. I've got the front 2 pockets, back 2 pockets, total of 4, coin pocket 5, 6, 7, and then they've got 2 pockets on the side, 8 and 9. I've got 9 pockets, and a carpenter loop, and you know, of course, your belt loops and all that. It's all very important and whatnot. But it adds a lot of functionality, and so I'm able to keep a whole myriad of things. And so for some people, the few pockets that normal pants may come with may be enough for you. And so that's where the layers of EDC come into. So I would start at if the very base layer, the first layer of your layers of EDC is your pants, I would say the very next layer is going to be your items that everybody that I know at least carries. And so that's going to be phone, wallet, keys. And so that would be the first layer. And so that's probably going to be enough to keep, you know, in your immediate vicinity with a few pockets. The second layer, I would say, and this is where your EDC people, this is every EDC person that I know, is flashlight, pocket knife. And so even with your regular pocket setup, you're going to be able to carry that with a, you know, decent pocket clip. So 1, 2. And I'd say after that, then you start going into, you know, EDC crazy type of people, you know, like myself. I wouldn't even call it crazy. It's just your average EDC person. They're going to have 1 or 2 or 3, if you're like me, pocket organizers in your pockets. And I'm not going to be able to do that if I don't have the pockets that I need. And so with these pants, what I'm able to do is carry my 2 pocket organizers that I actually keep. I keep 1 for a kind of like a working type of pocket organizer. I've got another one in here for as a kind of medical pocket organizer. And then I've also got my wallet kind of integrated into my pocket organizer system. And so if you notice with these, I actually left the 2 pockets open. You could very easily just leave 1 or the other, but I thought 2 would be really cool because, as you can see, you're able to take out from either side. You can put it in from here, you can put it in from here, and then from over here, I can access this side. I can grab the things that I need to out of here. And then I'm able to have extra access points for pocket clips if I wanted to. I could put 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. And so you have a lot of extra space with these pockets. So again, highly recommended. The side pockets, I end up, after I kind of consolidated what I needed and where, they ended up kind of being extra pockets. And what's wrong with extra pockets? You know what I mean? You can always carry more things. And so I ended up typically carrying, besides my phone, my wallet, my keys actually, ironically, they sit in my back pocket, but with the pocket clip, they're able to tuck against here, so you're not really sitting on it. I know what you guys are saying, like, where am I gonna put my keys? Everybody carries. If you wear jeans, at least you're gonna carry it on a carabiner. So, but I actually tend to like carrying it on a pocket clip. Don't ask me why. I'd probably get into it in a different video. But phone, wallet, keys, organizer, and then I have the free space to put whatever else I want to put. So besides my front pocket knife, this is going to be, you know, for self-defense. These are going to be your immediate, you want to grabs. So this is going to be your, you know, self-defense knife. I actually keep a fixed knife in here. It's not a folder, small little fixed knife. And then I also keep a flashlight, also for self-defense, and for whatever else you might need. Flashlights are nice to have. And I actually carry in my right pocket, this is just for my leisurely, my everyday kind of wear, I keep a showier kind of knife. I keep a, kind of more fun one. I've got the Vosti Valkyrie, multiple types of flipping, opening, and whatnot. And it's just a fun knife. But I'll keep different knives on rotation and whatnot, depending on the context of why I might need them, because the pocket knife that I'm going to carry here is like strictly for self-defense. I'm not going to be taking it out to like cut an apple or anything like that. I don't want to dull it or nothing. This is going to be the one that's going to keep me safe. And it's the one that, you're not going to see. It's just going to be tucked away over there. And in my left side leg pocket, I guess you'd call it, is I keep a multi-tool. And again, depends on your context of why you're carrying what and what you need it for. I love the saying that I heard on Zach and the Wild's channel. It's carry what you need and need what you carry. And if you don't need it, don't carry it. I mean, obviously, if you've got the pocket space, have fun. You know what I mean? Go carry what you need. Like I'm the day-to-day, I don't need a free P4, but I mean, it's just so cool. Like I like carrying a multi-tool. And when I'm at work, it's very useful. And at the same time, you want to be the person that's going to be the helpful guy. You know what I mean? If you're on my channel, if you're watching a video like this, odds are you are like me and you fancy yourself as somebody who wants to be very resourceful and very helpful and very kind. And you want to be able to be at, maybe you're at a function and someone's missing something, someone breaks something and they need to fix it. You want to be the one to fix it. And so for me, I want to be well equipped to be able to handle situations that may arise. I want to be the one who's going to be able to, yeah, I can fix that, or like, oh, do you need a hand with that? And you want to be able to have the proper equipment for that. Like, of course, everybody might have the gumption, but you might not have the tools to do so. And so with the idea of the layers of EDC, my thinking is that I want to be as prepared as possible and have the most comfort to concealment to utility ratio as I can have. I'm not going to be walking around with a backpack all the time, and so I'm not going to have, whatever I need, I'm pulling out my backpack. That's a whole nother story, and you can add that onto your layers of EDC. Past your what's on you, you can add your what are you going to carry on your wrists or on your neck, or I don't know. I haven't seen this yet. EDC people, if you got something for me, let me know in the comments. But like, if there's EDC earrings, I don't know, hats, I'd be seeing those. Sling, vest, backpack. You can add, and stack these layers, and you can compound them to have even more versatility in your layers of EDC. But at the very base layer, I would say the most biggest one for me is the pants. And so besides the pants that I'm wearing, I also will wear on rotation the Vertex Cutback Technical 2s, I believe is what they're called. And love those pants. They have so many pockets. They have more than these. They have these plus 2 more. And so again, why do you need that many pockets? Easy answer: to carry a whole bunch of stuff. Another pair of pants that I've fallen in love with, I misspoken earlier, these are actually the Travail 2.0s. These are not the Cutback Technicals. I think these might actually be going out of stock soon, because I see them on their website marked down considerably. It's like $35 right now if you're trying to catch it. But I love these pants because it's actually pretty competitive to the Carhartt pants that I was wearing before, except these actually require no modification for the same amount of pockets, and they actually do have 2 rear pockets as well, in addition to all the pockets on the Carhartt. Save for a few different minor things, but that's okay because, it's different pants for different things. Those ones have the knee pad. These ones are lacking knee pads. I do miss the knee pads when I'm wearing these pants. I tend to take a knee and I'm like, oh, no knee pad there. But it makes up for it in different ways. Like I said, there's no back pockets on the Carhartt pants. On these pants, there's no carpenter loop. And the carpenter loop is very useful. I do quite enjoy having the carpenter loop, but no, it's not always used. These pants though, they do have the extra back pocket in addition to all the front. So I keep all the same things in the same areas. I have phone, knife, flashlight, organizer, wallet, secondary knife, and multi-tool. But in addition, you have two other pockets that you can carry other things in. And so on the website, they advertise them as mag pockets. And so you can have magazines, you can have your cell phone will fit in there. You can fit a whole lot of things in there. What I actually keep in there is more knives. I've got a fixed blade in this one right now. Got another fixed blade. I like having a fixed blade because it's quick. You don't need to deploy it. It's right up there when you need to grab it. Easy to grab. And then another. This isn't a fixed blade, but this is a self-deploying knife. It's like an Emerson Wave technology. I think this is the M&P Shield, like tactical ops knife or something like that. Spring assisted, Emerson Wave, bladed karambit, and that's always nice to have right here. See, and again, both of these are tucked away. In addition to firearm, it's going to be tucked away, and these are a little bit more of a tactical setup. These pants also do have a pass-through loop. It's another little extra seam that goes all along the belt loops, and that is to put a tourniquet in. And you can run a tourniquet along. Again, same thing, very unintrusive. It just falls right into my belt setup. And another thing about these pants, as opposed to the other ones, these have way bigger, fatter belt loops, which is nice for some, kind of not for some others. And another thing is these have more belt loops on them than the Carhartt pants. Not because these pants have a lot of extra loops, but it's because the Carhartt pants actually are missing some loops. Kind of weirdly, they're missing the ones that would sit right here traditionally, like the ones in the back right, back left quadrant. But they're missing those for whatever reason or another. But yeah, again, same thing for these pants. The idea is concealability, and another thing is encumbrance too. And so the thing is, having a lot of things in your pants, goes unspoken, but it's going to add a lot of weight to your pants. And so all the things I keep in my pocket for this setup in particular, including the firearm, it's like well over like 12 pounds. And so that's a lot of weight on just like your waist. Because then you come into the consideration of why not just wear a bag? It's a preference thing. Again, for me, I don't want to wear a bag because for me personally, I find discomfort in the shoulders and neck. And so when I have that, the weight is distributed to like this quadrant. Whereas with my kind of setup, I have my weight distributed to my waist and my hips. And so then you fall into like the kinetic chain thing, right? You think about where do you want your weight distributed? And so for me, I find it on my hips is kind of more enjoyable because it gives me an excuse to do, high knees, lunges, squats, and all that. You really do want to be able to strengthen where you're going to be carrying your things. Same for your shoulders. If you're going to have weak shoulders, maybe I got weak shoulders, you don't want to be carrying a backpack or a sling strapped across one side of your neck or another. It's another thing of comfort. And going upon that, it's trained with what you use. If you wear a backpack, make sure you're able to move along in that backpack, you're able to run around. Same for these pants, like make sure you have, for me I have a whole lot of things. One might think that's uncomfortable, but I train in these, make sure you're able to run in them fine, to bring up your knees and have full range of motion and all that, even with all of your things on you. You don't want to be caught up by the things you're holding. They're supposed to be helping you and not being a hindrance to you. And so that's another consideration. I actually only have these two pants in rotation, as well as, I actually have them right here. It's another pair of the Carhartts, but they're in brown. I do construction, so it makes sense. It's a construction looking pants, but I did the same thing, same modifications. But otherwise, I tend to have my pocket layouts pretty standardized in any of the pants I'm wearing, and I'm only able to wear the pants that I am because they are, they got a lot of pockets in them. And the idea behind the standardization is that I want to be able to reach in the same spots, in the same pants, and always grab out the same items consistently. I don't want to be bugged out about, oh, where did I put that? Where did I keep that? I know my scissors are easy to grab right here. I know my pocket tools ready right here. I know if I needed my wallet, it's right here, or if I needed some meds, they're right here. It's a peace of mind thing, in my opinion. Another thing too about cargo pants, I've stopped wearing jeans entirely, and I don't know if it's just me in my area, but I feel like, cargo pants have kind of come back into fashion a little bit, so, good for me, you know what I mean? I've had plenty of compliments. People tell me, like, oh, those pants look tough. Where do you get those pants? I'm like, you don't know about it. You don't know about it. But you, viewer, you know about it now. It's Vertex. Shout out Vertex, too. I see a lot of people rocking Carhartts now, just, as, like, fashion people even. They wear Carhartt jeans. And so it's pretty cool. Now I'd heavily recommend upping your pants, and that's just me. You could up your pants and you could keep a bag. You could do a whole lot of things. So keep an open mind. You may want to think about how you want to carry your things, how and why, and what your layers of EDC are. The idea of the layers of EDC is that you can be able to have one or another of the layers independent of one another and stack upon each other to increase and compound your usefulness. What can you get out of your EDC? And at the same time, because I know this is very important too, and it's very important to me, and a lot of these EDC people on YouTube might not want to admit it, it's fun. It is an expression of creativity. It is an expression of yourself. And it's fun and nice to carry cool things and to help people at the same time with those things. They're not just toys. They are toys. They're adult toys, let's be honest. Tools and whatnot, that's what they are. But they are very useful as well. So please enjoy yourself. Take care of your family. Take care of your neighbors. Love your friends. And be a good, helpful, useful person. Have a good one.